Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. Today it's time to take a look back at my book haul from 2 years ago. In February 2017, I actually only have one haul video, which is great because I know last month I did a double December and January and I think I had 5 videos to go through, which was crazy. So I'm kind of glad there's only one. And I think it's a relatively small haul. I did not go through and watch it ahead of time and pull out the books, so I'll kind of do that as we go and see how I did. Just like always, I have my little 3-ring binder that works great as a whiteboard here, and so I'll keep track of the books that I read, which ones are unread, or how many are unread, and then if I unhauled them, were they unread or read when I unhauled them. So let's just jump right in. I have a feeling this is going to be a relatively quick one today, and we'll see how I did. The first 3 that I'd like to show you I purchased from my library book sale. The Friends of the Library have shelves up all the time. I did find some good ones that are in perfect condition, and so I'm going to show them to you. The first one I'm going to show you I've already read, and this is the second book in this duology, The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Auxier. All right, so this first one I don't need to go get because I've already read it. The Wrath and the Dawn was the first one. This is The Rose and the Dagger. I think had already read it before purchasing it, but I'm still counting it as read. It's a fun YA fantasy series with a bit of magic in it. I really enjoyed the first one, I think, better than the second one. I don't think I really cared for the second one that much. I don't think I even own the first one yet. It's been 2 years. I'm not sure I'll ever reread these. I should probably unhaul that, but I haven't yet, so. The next book also doesn't need too much of an introduction because I've seen it all over BookTube, and that is Illuminae. Now for this second one, I have read it and I unhauled it. Unpopular opinion, but I did not care for Illuminae that much. I thought the format was very interesting. I mean, there was emails and files, and the writing was really interesting. The format of the writing was very interesting. I think in this book I discovered I don't particularly care for AI, or artificial intelligence, main characters, and this book has one. And I think that's just a trope or I don't know, something in science fiction, YA, and adult books that I just don't care for very much. So I have unhauled Illuminae. Didn't continue on with that series either, but I know it's very well loved, and I am definitely the oddball with that one. The third book that I picked up from the Friends of the Library bookshelf sale is Twain's End by Lynn Cullen. This is a really pretty cover. So it's Mark Twain story. So this is a historical fiction based on some journal entries and things about a mystery surrounding Mark Twain and his personal assistant, I believe. It's right there. I'm not going to get it out. Okay, so here it is right here, Twain's End. I have not read it yet. So far we're 1 read, 2 read, 1 unhauled, 1 unread. A week or so ago, I went to Barnes & Noble just to get some work done and, of course, peruse the shelves and add more to my Goodreads TBR. But while I was there, I picked up Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. I did read Parable of the Sower and didn't care for it, so that also is unhauled and read. It was super interesting in a lot of ways, but it was very brutal, and I didn't care for the main character. It's kind of a dystopian situation or setting in that book. But yeah, I buddy read it with April from Getting Hugga With It, and I don't think either of us really cared for it. I think she hated it more than I did. I just didn't care for it enough to keep it on my shelves or ever think that I'll reread it. So it's gone. So this one is called The Mark of the King by Jocelyn Green, and this is a historical fiction set in, well, England first. So it's about this midwife whose client dies, and she gets branded in a sense as a criminal. She exchanges her path towards execution for a life of exile and gets shipped off to the French colony of Louisiana and has to make her way in this new colony. And New Orleans is nothing like they said it was before she got there, but she has a brother who's still a soldier in the King's Army, and so I don't know if she loses touch with him or what goes on from there, but it's early 18th century historical fiction, Christian fiction. Yeah, I have not read this one yet, The Mark of the King by Jocelyn Green. It sounds really good. It is a faith-based, it's a Christian fiction, so it does sound very good. I just haven't gotten to it yet. So that one is unread as well. Let's continue. I won a giveaway from Kale's over at Kale's Corner, Life in a Fishbowl by Len Vlahos. This one is currently in my pile to be unhauled right now, and I did not read it. I really have been going through my YA shelves a little more strictly because they're not the ones that I tend to reach for or want to read. And I went through, in this first year of BookTube, I got a ton of YA books. So I'm just kind of being a little more strict with that section. I'll probably do the same thing with some other sections as well eventually. But yeah, Life in a Fishbowl did not make the cut. This book was my Book of the Month Club pick for this month. It's Perfect Little World by Kevin Wilson. And this book is about a psychologist and a billionaire who team together to try to have this little experiment, I guess, where they choose 10 children and families and raise them collectively, kind of off the grid in a sense, a little utopia that they're trying to build to see how these children will grow and develop without knowing who their biological parents are. This one is also unread. I'm not going to go get it. It's in the other room. Perfect Little World is on my Book of the Month Club shelf, where there are a number of unread Book of the Month Club books. So yeah, haven't read it yet. It does sound interesting to me. I have sucked it up and started getting rid of some of those as well, but this one I still am holding on to because I do think that it would be an interesting read. I just haven't done it yet. 7, guys, that's not too bad. I've had book hauls with like close to 30 books before, so 7 is a really good number. And one of them I've already read. One I'll be reading next month for sure. The rest all seem very interesting to me, and I only paid for 4 of them. So that's it for this book haul. Smallest book haul maybe ever on my channel. I read 1 and kept it. I did read 2 others and got rid of them. Unhauled 1 without reading it, and I still have 3 unread on my shelves. That is not bad. Honestly, I'm pretty pleased with that outcome. I only have just a couple more months of doing these revisits because I started my channel in April, and I think I started my book haul revisits in May because I'm not sure I did a haul in April because I think I started towards the end of the month. We shall see, but I might only have 1 more and maybe 2 more to do for you. So I hope that you've enjoyed this series. I know I've had a lot of fun going back to look. I know I looked ahead. I do have 2 videos for March of 2017 coming up for next month. So yeah, that is it for today. I would love to hear from you if you've read any of these. The 3 that I have to get to are Mark of the King, Perfect Little World, and Twain's End. So let me know if you think I should move any of those up on my TBR or just get rid of them. I don't know. If you've read them, you'll know better than me. Let's chat down in the comments about these books or anything else. You know, I always love talking with you down there. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be talking to you in another video very soon. Bye.